Let's say we want to make something like a checker or chessboard. Just black and white squares that cover up an 8 by 8 area. Now, where do we start? Well, if it were me, because this is Illustrator, we don't have to try to think in Photoshop in terms of image size and resolution. With Illustrator, if we're working with vectors, all we need is pixels. And if this is 8 squares across, 800 pixels gives us 100 pixel squares. So that's some pretty easy math. So if I hit Command N in order to get the new dialog box option, and I click on Web in order to make sure we're in pixels and RGB, and we can just type 800 and hit Tab 800 and Tab one more time. Then we click Create. Easy. Now, in Photoshop, you get a background layer. I'm holding down the space bar in order to move this. Command minus just to get that down a little bit. In Photoshop, we're given a background layer. In Illustrator, we just get layer 1. Now, it's important that we get in the habit of making a background layer. What are we making? For right now, we've got white here, but this project is going to need a rectangle filled because of what we're going to do a few videos down the line. So let's go ahead and make a background layer. Let's double click here and call it something clever like BG for background. Get the rectangle tool and make sure we have no stroke. Okay? And then this fill color, we want to be white, not black. Okay, white. And if you choose down here, this isn't white, this is light gray, and this isn't black. Well, that one actually is black. That's light gray or dark gray. But for right now, white and black right here are a great place to choose it. Okay, so with the rectangle tool, come up to where it says intersect and click and drag down to that bottom corner. Now, I'm going to hit Command Z to get rid of that. I've seen some of you have a hard time hitting these corners. In that case, this artboard is 800 pixels by 800 pixels, right? If we don't know, we can click on the artboard tool right here. See it? Artboard. And click once. The artboard becomes active. It's got these dotted lines around it. And up here in the width and height, we have 800 pixels by 800 pixels. And if you look under properties, we have 800 pixels by 800 pixels. And it's real easy to resize if we specify this upper left-hand corner, BR00, then it becomes easy for us to figure things out. And that's how we're going to work. Make sure that this registration point is at 00. Properties, and it's in transform. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and click the black arrow to get out of the artboard tool. You just have to click on another tool to get rid of those dotted lines, because when they're there, you can accidentally create another artboard or resize the existing one. So I want to make a background layer, right? But I don't want to click and drag. I just want to click. We have a white fill and no stroke. Just click anywhere. And you see we've got 800 pixels by 800 pixels. Go ahead and type that in if you don't already have it. And then get the black arrow. And as soon as you do, the Align panel, it's aligned to artboard. And if it's not there, go ahead and go up to Window, Align. And it's right there. Boom. These open up. And I want to make sure that the Align panel has Align to visible. If you click that, it may have opened like that. Make sure that you click until you can see the Align to option. Now we got Transform and Pathfinder. Align may have showed up somewhere else. I'm just going to drag it right there. And then close that guy. Drag this up underneath that line. And now we've got the Align panel active, and we can click on that and aligning not to the selection but to the artboard. We can go to the left and go to the top. Now in real time, all of this would have taken about 7 seconds without the explanations. Okay, so this doesn't take long at all. But now we have this background layer, we can lock it, make a new layer, and here's where our art goes. This is the best way to start out any new Illustrator project. And the white background, you can change this color later on. It's just there to give us something, like I said, for a few videos down the road. Okay, now that we have, I'm going to go ahead and minimize that align panel. Now that we've changed our custom workspace, I'm going to come up to Demo and say New Workspace, and then name mine the exact same thing again in order to replace that. And now, next time I open up Illustrator, I am going to get these same choices. Cool, huh? Please do that. Don't just watch these videos, work along with them. Get used to creating a background layer, locking it, creating another layer, and working on that. Good Illustrator habits.